Price Chopper Royals Live on Fox Sports Kansas City is brought to you by Price Chopper, Kansas City born and raised. This will be the secondary story tonight, or perhaps the third story of Royals and Tigers, because number one will be A1, Alex Gordon. The end of a very long era. Yes, that masked man has provided so many memories in Kansas City, where everyone today affiliated with the Royals on the field wearing Gordon Forever t-shirts. Forever Royal. Alex Gordon, we found out today, is set to retire. Welcome into Price Chopper Royals Live. My name is Joel Goldberg, and we certainly are excited to have baseball here. 4 games left in the season, but, you know, I had to break out the little Alex Gordon bobblehead. Wish all the fans were here, as is the case all of the time, but we will continue to enjoy this game and celebrate the career of Alex Gordon. Let's bring in Royals Hall of Famer Jeff Montgomery to talk about future Royals Hall of Famer Alex Gordon.
He is absolutely a shoe-in for that, Joel, and who knows how many other honors will be bestowed to Alex Gordon over these next few days and over these next few years, because here's a guy who gave everything he had on the baseball field and a whole lot more off the baseball field in the name of the Kansas City Royals. And I'm just so happy for Alex and Jamie and their children, and he's going out on his terms. And we were talking about this a little bit yesterday before we knew he was going to retire. Is he going to retire? Is he not? When is he going to announce it? We didn't have to wait all winter this time.
Well, it was, for me, so fun today and bittersweet, because I got a chance to catch up with so many former Royals, so many former teammates, and we'll hear from them later, the Jeff Francors and Eric Hosmers and Billy Butlers of the world. But it's also the end of what was an amazing era. I know Monty, from a personal standpoint, having been here since 2008, he's the only guy that is here now that was here when I got here. We've watched every bit of this, from him being a young third baseman to becoming the best left fielder in baseball.
Well, he's been so much fun. He's provided thrill after thrill and memory after memory for Royals fans. Just the special moments that he's had in his career. When you play 14 seasons, and by the way, all 14 with one team, you're going to build some tremendous memories. But it's the special moments to me that stand out, like this one particularly, the home run in Game 1 of the World Series. And just, you know, the way that he went about his business, just a special person. And he checked every box you could possibly check when you're looking for guys, you know, to be complete players. And the numbers really speak for themselves and where he stands among all-time Royal greats.
I don't know what the most impressive number on here is, but I think it's the one on the bottom, about 7 Gold Gloves, because this guy was drafted as a third baseman and was down and out and was demoted to the minors. The next George Brett, so to speak, looked like he might be a bust, and he goes back down and works his butt off with Rusty Kuntz, who really helped him get to where he needed to be. And Alex puts in all of the work, and he's the best defensive left fielder in baseball year after year.
Well, and that's a testament to the way he was able to go about his business. I think that's what people talk so much about, guys who had the ability, you know, to put a uniform on in a locker room next to Alex Gordon. Always talk about the way he went about getting ready for baseball games. And it's just something you can't teach it. It's just something that you're born with. And I think Alex was brought up in a tremendous family and understands how valuable work is and what it does, the rewards and the payoff for all that work that you put in. And you got to love it as a player when you have a guy that's willing to run through a wall for you, like Alex Gordon did so many times.
You know what really resonated with me today, and it's not a surprise. It's not like people were suddenly saying he was the greatest ever today. They've been saying that year after year after year, but I don't know that I've ever heard anybody say a bad word about him.
And that's why I say he checks all the boxes, because you can be a great outfielder, you can be a great hitter, you can be a great humanitarian, and sometimes you have guys who are really special in certain areas and do really well in certain areas. But Alex did well in all of the areas that you could possibly want a guy to do, and just the impact that he had on all of his teammates and the impact he had on the organization and the game of baseball itself. I mean, I think it really says a lot about a person. I don't think anybody could do a better job all around than what we've seen Alex Gordon do during the course of his 14-year career, because we've seen it, Joel. We've seen him demonstrate the intensity that he puts in getting ready for games and the way he plays the games, just everything about Alex Gordon. It'd be hard there may be some equal, but I think it's hard to say somebody did it better.
one of the best Royals players in history, one of the great leaders in Royals history, quiet, understated, lead by example. But over the last 6-7 years, you ask anyone in the clubhouse and they will tell you this was Alex Gordon's team, and he learned from some amazing role models.
You know, when I first started playing, the biggest thing that I wanted to do was be a good teammate. You know, I came in with guys like Reggie Sanders, Mike Sweeney, Mark Grudzielanek, and they were all great teammates, and they kind of set a standard that, you know, that's kind of how I wanted to be. Just whatever happened, good or bad, I just wanted to be the best teammate I could be to all those guys, and you know, they showed the same for me. I want to thank the fans and the community of Kansas City. You guys have always been great to me since day one. You've always shown me a lot of love. You know, we had Gordon Nation in left field. That was some good times, and you know, I'll never forget that. You know, throughout the good times and the bad times, team-wise and me personally, you guys were always cheering us on, and I'll never forget that. When I started playing this, you know, I just wanted to be, you know, I just wanted everyone to see me as, you know, a hard worker, someone that played the game the right way, and somebody, like I talked about earlier, was a good teammate. And hopefully, you know, I'm leaving my legacy like that. Hopefully when people think about me, they think of me, you know, as someone that just left it all on the line, you know, before the game, after the game, and was always a good person to everybody in that clubhouse. So I'm hoping that's kind of how people think of me when I'm done. And like I said, I just want to thank everybody for all their support and everything over the years. So thank you guys.
Mike Moustakas summed it up best. I got off the phone with him a little while ago, and he said to me, one of the greatest to ever put on that jersey. You said it, Monty. He checked all the boxes. Nobody will disagree with any of that one, and he will join you in this building next to me pretty soon, huh?
He will, no doubt, Joel. And I think when you hear Alex's his tone today, certainly you could tell that he was ready to make that announcement. And it's hard to do. I mean, I've been through it myself. It's hard to do. But this was not about Alex. This was about Alex's family, and I think that says a lot about Alex, the man.
I also reached out this morning to Ned Yost. I tried to get him on a Zoom. He was busy hunting with Jeff Foxworthy, so some things in the world have never changed. But he said this to me in a text. Alex's commitment to his teammates through his dedication and work ethic, plus the way he played the game with everything he had every single day, was unlike anything I've ever seen. He was the perfect teammate. Congratulations, Alex. There was more reaction that came in this afternoon.
All of us who have followed his career, admired his career, are blessed to know him and to have interacted with him. We know how special he is, how committed he is in all aspects of his life. He truly represents what a baseball player is and should always be.
What a gift it was to be able to watch Alex from the inside and to see, and this word will keep coming up, his impact and the way that he goes about his business, the way that he works, that's all really well documented. I don't think what is as recorded as the care level he has for the game, for himself, for the Kansas City Royals, for his teammates, and for this community. And that, to me, is a combination that's very rare when you talk about people that leave a long legacy of an expectation moving forward. He's set the bar extremely high for everybody walking through these doors that are going to put on this uniform. And it has been an honor and a pleasure to be able to get to know the person more so than the player.
He's given us all a great gift, and that is simply the ability to watch him perform at a sport that he loves, the sport that he gave everything, every single moment. I've never been around anybody as committed as Alex Gordon.
That Gerard Dyson told me today, the hardest working left fielder I ever played with. And there he is, Monty, in the lineup, batting seventh, Alex Gordon.
just wish fans could be here to watch Gordo perform 4 more games in a Royals uniform. Hopefully everybody's got a chance to watch him. I hope he does something very special over these last 4 games of his career. It would not surprise me if he does not do something extremely special.
Well, one of his best friends on the team, who we will hear from later, is Whit Merrifield, and you can score a free 6-pack of 24-ounce bottles of Pepsi products from Price Chopper when Whit gets 2 or more hits in a game. Learn more at mypricechopper.com/hits. So we will get you ready for the Royals and Tigers and Chris Bubich. We also have the Royals Charities broadcast auction and more on Alex Gordon. Stay with us. Price Chopper Royals Live on Fox Sports Kansas City is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. How cool is that? Look at all those Gordo Forever t-shirts, and he is having a great time, as he should be. We'll continue our discussion on Alex Gordon in just a little bit, but we're really happy to see Amanda Gross here, Director of Royals Charities, because we don't get to see any of you anymore, and we're happy to see you in the middle of the screen here right now. It's different, everything, but Royals Charities don't stop. The broadcast auction doesn't stop. So let's talk a little bit, Amanda, about that and what's going to make this year special.
Yeah, so this year we added a new twist onto the broadcast auction. We're introducing the players' favorite things baskets, where we worked with the players' wives to create 11 baskets that highlight some of their favorite things, along with our Hellsberg mystery bags. So they're $100 bags that you can purchase and win diamonds. So it's pretty exciting. Anything from diamonds to watches to bracelets to anything.
Amanda, tell us a little bit more about those players' favorite thing baskets. So, I mean, what should someone expect to find? Is it something from the players, from their wives? What is those baskets consist of?
Yeah, so the baskets consist of their favorite things. Some for Alex Gordon, who's the one we all want to talk about right now. His has 2 autographed items, which is an autographed, authenticated photo of one of his dives, as well as an autographed opening day baseball. He has his bobblehead. Of course, it wouldn't be Alex Gordon's without his sugar-free double bubble, and a gift card to his favorite restaurant. So it's kind of all their favorite things that they collaborated to put together.
And those Hellsberg mystery bags, those sound kind of interesting. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so I brought one. So I have one right here. They're $100. We only have a limited amount, and we're going to sell them until we sell out, but they all are over $100 in value, and the most is $2,800, which are diamond stud earrings. So everybody would win something over $100 value, anything from a watch to diamond earrings, a bracelet, a necklace. It's fun for anyone to participate.
And I want to talk a little bit about where the funds go. The thing that I keep trying to remind people is that Royals Charities, you guys don't take off. You know, good times, bad times, no matter what it is, you're still making an impact in the community. It was great to be out with Ben and Katie last week at Harvesters. This never ends, which is awesome. So where do the funds from the broadcast auction go?
Yeah, so our main focus is our 4 pillars, which is children, education, military families, and then baseball and softball. But that's all been adjusted this year with the pandemic. So now our big focus is food insecurity as well as education. So we've partnered with Harvesters, which you mentioned and you've helped out with tremendously, as well as School Smart KC, where we help provide devices to kids that need them for their virtual learning. And Turn the Page KC is a new partner of ours, where we're helping with the virtual school environment as kids aren't going back to school, giving them a safe place to go and learn and be when they can't be at school.
I want to remind everybody they can go to royals.com/broadcast auction or text 74121 now through Saturday. Text Royals to 74121 now through Saturday at 9 p.m. I have one final question for you. You might as well jump in the mix here with what we've been talking about all day. Alex Gordon, Jamie Gordon, how special have they been? We know how much they have been special. Alex on the field, and certainly we love him. But how about from a charity standpoint?
Alex and Jamie are tremendous in every way. They've helped us with our childhood cancer awareness with Alex's Lemonade Stand, which he's been at the forefront from the beginning for us, as well as Braden's Hope for Childhood Cancer. He's also helped with all of our fundraisers, and he's encouraged players to get involved, as well as Jamie's encouraged the wives to get involved. So off the field, they're tremendous. They're amazing people inside and out, and we are so glad to have had the privilege to work with them over the years.
Well, you know this as well as we do. When Alex says to his teammates, do something, they're going to do it. When Jamie tells the wives, hey, jump into something, they're going to listen. And so that's the impact that they have had. And I think that they will continue to have here with Royals Charities and in our community, too. So that's a good piece of news for all of us. Amanda, it's great to see you. It's been too long, but we're glad we got a chance to catch up.
Yes, you too. Thanks for having us.
All right. I hope everybody will support the broadcast auction. It's one of our favorite events, and just doing it a little bit differently this year. That is okay. When we come back, we will continue to talk about the retirement of Alex Gordon, hear from a lot of his former teammates. Stay tuned. Alex Gordon announcing his retirement today. One of 3 players in Royals history to play at least 14 seasons for the organization. The others being George Brett and Frank White. Perhaps we will have a statue of Alex in the future. Monty, real quick, we don't have a ton of time, understandably. How about Chris Bubich tonight?
Well, I think you got to like what we've seen from Chris Bubich, making start number 10. And one thing we've learned in his 9 starts, his stuff plays at the big league level. And to me, that's what the season's all about, finding out what these youngsters, particularly the pitchers, have to offer moving forward in the future. And we know Chris Bubich is going to be a keeper. Really like what we've seen from him. Loves the attack. He can miss bats. Good things in the future coming from him.
Chris Bubich will one day be able to tell his kids and grandkids, I played with Alex Gordon, and so many will get the opportunity to do that one day. So, Monty, let's talk a little bit more about Gordo. And what's really interesting to me is that when you start talking to guys around the league that are elsewhere, like Hosmer and Moose, they all credit Alex Gordon.
Well, that's an exponential effect that a player like Alex Gordon has on players, because it's not just what you get from him, it's what he's able to provide and make others better, get others to various levels in their career and make players around him better. And that's what makes players special, and certainly Alex is one of them.
Well, when I got a hold of all these guys today, including Hosmer, well, Hos was busy playing Call of Duty with Mike Moustakas. See, they're still connected, even though one's with the Padres, one's with the Reds. But here's what all of these former teammates said about Alex Gordon.
It's one of those things where, I feel like I got to pay my respects and reach out right away because, he did so many things for me that, I'll never forget. And I still, use it now going to a new organization and, trying to lead a bunch of young guys that's kind of a similar situation he was put into. And, I relate back to all the things he would do with us.
Yeah, special guy. What he was able to do is absolutely phenomenal is the only word that I can come up with. But yeah, it's sad. I mean, it's just another chapter in how old I am.
He just did things the right way. And it's funny because for me, I've told you from a standpoint of my work ethic and stuff, I followed him into the weight room, into different things. And it was nothing he ever said. It was just kind of, I know if I do what this guy's doing, I'm going to become a better player and I'm going to be better in certain areas. And so that's the best part. Gordo was one of those few guys that didn't have to be vocal. He could just go out and do what he's going to do, and people are going to follow him because of who he is, what he stands for, and the type of player that he was.
The determination of no one else. And I say determination or the resilience of someone else. I mean, I've seen the guy. You look at my career. I didn't have any injuries. You see his, and I was thankful for that. You look at his. I mean, you get scattered with it, position change, all that kind of stuff, and you'd never even know that stuff was going on.
Frenchie and I always joked, that we just kind of lived the rest of our baseball career through Gordo because he's going to play forever. He's like Iron Man out there. And then to see, Gordo retire, it's kind of like the end of, the crew, just like you mentioned earlier, it's like the end of the crew that we all came up with and that we were so close to. And it is kind of a bittersweet day. I'm happy for Alex and proud of the career that he had and the success that he had.
Monty, I think I reached out to 10 people today, and every single one of them got back to me via phone call, Zoom, whatever, which is a complete testament to Alex Gordon.
Oh, there's no doubt, Joel, and I think that's what says a lot about the man. And you're talking about Moose and Haas doing some Call of Duty. I don't know that Alex is a Call of Duty type guy.
No, he can get that from them.
He will probably maybe get them on a virtual workout here at some point and keep them healthy and prolong their careers. He's done so much for so many, and it's just been fun to watch him.
Enough of the diet. Lorenzo Kane on the phone today said, tell Gordo to eat some cake and ice cream and let me know how it tastes. And Gordo, you deserve every bit of it. We will continue to celebrate the career of Alex Gordon tonight throughout the broadcast. We'll, of course, watch Chris Bubich pitch. We'll talk about him again on the post-game show. We'll hear from some of those current teammates later today or tomorrow, like with Merrifield. And, oh, by the way, we have baseball, too, for Hunter Dozier and the Kansas City Royals. First of four, final four on the year. Greg Holland, a great friend of Alex Gordon's. For Monty, I'm Joel. Ryan and Hut with the call next.